Now I'm like, hell yeah, I've got rolls. Okay, got more rolls than Sainsbury's. Not quite, but you know, I'm embracing the squish. It's all about, you know, your angles. You won't see the squish if I'm posing a different way, but you know what? I'm a real person. I have cellulite, I have squishy parts, and I'm fine with that. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Emma Miller and I do weekly videos, so if you're not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button below because we've got some really cool stuff coming up. I wanted to make this video into kind of like a series and each week have a different video that's part of this series. And I want this to be a two-way thing. So if you like this kind of video, please do let me know, hit the thumbs up button and leave me some comments because I'm going to be reading and replying to as many of you as I can. The reason I wanted to do this video, and it's very different from my channel, I kind of tried it with the Beauty is Not a Secret, It's an Attitude series. Although I felt like I didn't really get to the point with it. And I also kind of tried it when I did a strong not skinny video, which I will link here, or maybe here. I was really trying to be the best I could, and for me at that time I thought that means I need to be skinny, I need to be really, really skinny. I was still, as ever, unhappy with my figure. I got a really good reception from it, and it was basically me talking about my experience as a model and how I overcame an eating disorder, and I learnt to let go and have fun and be relaxed about what I eat and embrace my body for what it is. So I really want to do this series. I've been wanting to do it for so long. Some of you already have sent me some videos with questions.
Hi Emma, it's Lisa.
Hi Emma.
Hi Emma.
Hi Emma.
Hi Emma. Hi Emma.
Hey Emma, it's Spike.
Emma, I have two questions.
Things that I really want to actually put into my videos and then answer. I want to kind of tell you a little bit of my experience and what I've done or used to overcome certain insecurities or things that have held me back. And I hope they'll help you guys if you feel you need it. Maybe you don't, but maybe just some words of encouragement. Like each week we sit down and just like chat about things like body positivity, confidence, self-love, positive thinking, maybe career, maybe dating, maybe real talk. I feel like I right now, in this moment, need to talk to you. It's something me and my girlfriends have been talking a lot about recently. It is well known that social media induces anxiety. It's stressful and it can be really kind of a dark place, but it can also be a really positive place. And some of girls who I've got inspiration for this video from, people like Iska Lawrence, Poppy Jamie, Ashley Graham, all of them have talked about social media and the pressures of social media, and they've got some great videos, so I'll link those in the description box below. I want to talk about how you can use social media in a positive way, how to get to the point where you don't feel like you need a complete break. A lot of my girlfriends have done digital detoxes. Some of them have stopped for days, for weeks, months. Some have even stopped it altogether because they just can't take it. It can be quite damaging mentally. I mean, if it helps one person, I'd be really happy, but I just want people to know they're not alone in this because this is a universal thing. Social media gives anxiety. It's one of those things, if you can't change it, change your mindset about it, change perspective. I don't want this to be a preachy kind of video, but I want to share my experience and things that I've gone through and tactics and kind of tools I've used to kind of use social media to my advantage and not to feel completely depleted by it. So the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is about how amazing social media can be and how great it is and why we should embrace it. For example, it's great at connecting people. There's relationships I have with people and friendships that I have to this day that were born out of social media, that came about through Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. The fact that you can connect from people around the world is amazing. It's also a great support network. Like if you're ever feeling alone, you're bound to find people on the internet who have a similar mindset to you, who have the same views as you, and it can offer a great support network. Amazing groups, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on Instagram. I think one of the really good groups is something like Embrace the Squish. I'll put the name here, but it sounds really cool, like a very body positive kind of group, and it's like great to be part of that, you know, and to find other like-minded people on the internet is an amazing thing. It's a great place also to find a role model, and finding someone who shares a perspective as you or has good ethics or good values, you know, you can look up to them. And personally, from my experience, I found my role model online and it helped unlock my potential. And there's so many people out there doing amazing things that could be your role model, help you unlock your potential. You know, the best role models are people who don't encourage you to be like them and say, oh yeah, follow me and, you know, I know everything. But people who encourage you to be you and to embrace yourself and your differences and your own qualities and skill set and to grow yourself. Those are people that really inspire. So many other great influencers out there doing amazing stuff, spreading awareness and helping empower women. Also a great place for creativity, for inspiration. I use social media to get inspiration for my work. When I'm thinking maybe of a video, I'll look at other YouTubers. I'm looking at where to travel next. I will look for inspiration on Instagram or YouTube. Also, what's important about social media is like getting that work-life balance. Even if you're a YouTuber or blogger, or even if you're not, knowing when to like come out and just enjoy the moment, enjoy your delicious food rather than having to like take 100 zillion pictures of it and then it goes cold. Yeah, sorry mum. Trust me, I've been there and I've annoyed everyone. But I've learned, you know, and I realized that sometimes you have to think, I'm gonna enjoy the moment, and it doesn't have to be for the gram. Don't live your life for the gram. Don't like try and create a life for YouTube, for your Instagram. Make them part of your life. It's very different for very different people, so I don't want to go too much into that, but I would say that make sure that what you're doing, that it feeds you, it serves you, that you're also taking time for the real relationships in your life, the ones that genuinely love you, your family, your friends. Take time for yourself. Take time out as well, put your phone away, have those moments where you're like, I'm gonna just take a bath, I'm gonna relax, or I'm gonna see friends and go to the cinema. Give yourself that time for yourself. Maybe practice some meditation, some mindfulness, all these great things that can take you out of that moment where you feel like all the anxiety or pressure from social media. The next thing I think it's really important to mention is our perspective of people we find on Instagram or other platforms. We have to take things with a pinch of salt. Everything looks so perfect on Instagram because it's filtered, it's photoshopped, it's the best pose, the best angle, best location, and everyone looks prettier, taller, thinner, and all of that. And you know, this body goals, this summer body. What is a summer body? A summer body is your body in the summer. You don't have to change anything about yourself. You have a few squishy areas, some rolls. I personally have rolls. I'll show you actually. Feeling 100% confident to do this video in the bikini and everything, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna embrace it, I'm just gonna own it and have fun, and that's what I did. And yes, you can see some rolls, and I don't care though. I like to think about the positive things that I have, I'm grateful for, the things I like about my body and the amazing things it can do, and that's what I focus on whenever I'm feeling a little bit insecure or like not 100% confident. Nothing is perfect, there's imperfections in everything. I think you need to like embrace your differences and think about all the amazing things that make you unique and own that. I mean, that's stuff that makes you one of a kind. I can't stress that enough. If that's the one thing you take away from this video, then please take that, because it means so much to me. Like, I found this crazy statistic online, and it says that girls in the US are 12 times more likely to die from an eating disorder than anything else. Isn't that crazy? That is due to pressures that are put on young girls to look a certain way, to have this ideal, unattainable body that isn't even, it's not real. So please think about that when you're looking at Instagram, scrolling through images of beautiful girls. You're so much more than the size of your waist. You're so much more than the number on a scale. You know, this whole idea of body goals, you are always enough yourself as you are. I used to be a model, and Modeling was always, you know, in the back of my mind. I was afraid to like post pictures that wouldn't look perfect or wouldn't look, you know, aesthetically pleasing, because I would think, oh, my booker's gonna think this or that, or this client's gonna think that. And it was destructive. It really was destructive. And now I'm feeling a lot more relaxed. I'm doing my own thing, and hopefully I like to think that someone is watching this that will take this on board. What you'll find is that when you start embracing your insecurities, you will feel so empowered. You will feel so much more confident, so much more happier in yourself. And it's a case of just saying, look, yeah, this is how my body is. My body can do amazing things. I have got so many things that I'm happy about, focusing on those things that you are happy about, and forgetting the rest. So you really do need to keep that in mind. They're not real. It's not real life. It can give you the illusion of this perfect life. This girl who's flying all around the world, or this couple, like couple goals. They've had the incredible jobs. They're living the dream. They're the happiest ever. I want to be happy like that. Like, that is not real life. That is just a picture, or that is a 5-10 minute video. That is not necessarily a representation of their life. And you have to understand, people are only going to post what they want to portray, the lifestyle they want to portray, the look they want to portray. So next time you go to social media and you're looking at this person, how beautiful, how pretty she is, and this and that, that isn't the full picture. Take it with a pinch of salt and think about yourself. Take time for yourself and think about what you want to achieve and what you want to do, and put your time and energy into that. Obviously, my work is social media, is YouTube and blogging, but there comes a point when if you're just consuming, that distracts your time from creating, that's a no-go. So I try to minimize my time of consuming other content, whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, reading blogs. Only some of my favorite YouTubers and bloggers who inspire me creatively, or whether it's a great, like I mentioned, a movement that I really enjoy, friends of mine. But you can find yourself, for example, on Instagram, spending way too much time, maybe picking the right picture, choosing the right caption, checking how many likes, checking how many comments, comparing with others. Like, you see one girl's profile, go to another, then another. How much time have you lost on that? Hands up, I've lost a lot of time doing that, and it can run away with you. We can get addicted. Like, personally, I used to be addicted to Snapchat stories. I used to watch people's Snapchat stories before I went to bed, and I didn't feel like it was harmful to me at the time, because it wasn't like I was comparing, like, oh, I wish I had that body or this. I felt like it was destructive to me because I was lacking sleep, and it just wasn't serving me, you know? Luckily, I weaned myself off the app. I do use it just to post my own content, but I'm not, you know, in that kind of addiction mode anymore, which is good. You know, there's sometimes when you might need a digital detox. You might need to take time out to, like, kind of set yourself straight and think, what am I gaining from this? So I think it's important to focus on your own creation and think, how am I going to just use this and then create my own, something different? So I feel like getting that consumption, creation balance is really important. It's times when I'll turn off my phone, put it on airplane mode, put it on charge, and I will just focus on creating myself, focus on editing my videos, and I'm not caring what other people do or thinking about what other people do. I'll post maybe my picture to the gram, or post my video, and then I'll leave it for a while. I won't like be counting and staying and watching how many likes, how many comments. It's just not useful, it's not practical. So obviously I'll get back to the comments as soon as possible, but I just post it and then I will move on and think about my next thing. This is a really important one because I recently found out 52% of US teens have been affected by cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is huge, and like, I'm still learning more about it, but I feel like it's so important to make this part of my video today because I didn't even realize about this statistic until I did a little bit of research. I have definitely received hate, really negative, horrible comments on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, and you know what? I just don't let it affect me. I did before, not in a big way, because luckily I had my friends and family around me, really supportive, and for every one horrible comment, there was, you know, a lot of other really positive comments. What I feel like is sad is that a lot of people will contact me and they'll send me messages and say, Emma, I really love what you're doing. I would love to start a blog or start a YouTube channel myself. I'm just really afraid of what other people think. And I'm like, oh no, 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 no. Don't care about what other people think. Trust me, in 10 years' time, you are not going to care who Tom, Dick or Harry, what they say, what they're doing. You will not care. If your friends at school have an opinion, it won't matter to you in 10 years' time. You won't even think about it. And you don't want to have the regret of not trying something or not doing something because you thought this person might have this perspective. For example, myself, I didn't want to start on YouTube, or I didn't want to start blogging because I was afraid of the reaction. I thought, oh, this person will be reading it, that person will be, what will they think? Oh, what are they going to think about this? And it can hold you back. And I think it's so important to forget what other people think, and you do you, you know? You do what serves you, what makes you happy, and what will help you grow as a person, or whether it's your career. Never worry what people think. And that applies to the hate as well, because in my mind I was thinking, oh, this might happen, that might happen, they might say this. It doesn't happen. Most of the time, that never happens. It's like in a video or something goes wrong, I'm like, oh, people are gonna say this. It doesn't happen, and no one actually notices. If someone is giving you hate, go speak to someone, speak to a friend, speak to your parents, speak to a teacher, get the help you need. Do not let it affect you, because it is not a personal thing. Their thoughts on you are a reflection of what they're feeling. Nothing to do with you. It's just something you need to remind yourself about. And for every one negative comment, you'll probably get a lot more positive comments and people having your back, which is a great thing about the internet. A point to mention, the last point to mention, is that if there are accounts that you're following that no longer serve you, that no longer feed you, that no longer make you feel positive or happy, then unfollow. Unfollow, because you should be only following accounts that really inspire you, make you feel good about yourself, that make you happy. That's what you should be following. You don't want to come away and feel like your life isn't as good, that you haven't got as fun life, or that you're not as pretty or as tall or skinny or whatever. That's not the way you should be feeling at all. Make sure that who you're following, who you're looking at, what you're spending your time on is making you feel good about yourself and is positively impacting you or inspiring you. Well, that's the things that I've learned anyway. Really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you found this video useful at all, or maybe you have a friend that might find it useful, then please do share it. I feel like I've reminded myself what I need to do too, so we're in it together. I'd love you to stick around, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!